So we back live from the motherfucking living room podcast. This your boy y'all. Y'all come on ahead and like and subscribe, man, and check us out. So today, man, we having a conversation about something I just learned. Um, um, there was a drug queen pen in South Africa that I really never heard of. Um, and she goes by the name of um, Simone Jasmine, and she was out of South Africa. And it's a crazy story about her assassination. And this story is just not glorify this lady. I mean, I really don't know her or anything like that. And rest in peace. And with all due respect to the family over there, the people who lost their loved one or whatever. It seemed like this lady had a lot of stuff going, and it's very rare that they talk about females that's on top of certain things, like and this lady was on top of the drug game in South Africa. And hey, man, I ain't no street dude. I grew up around the streets. I grew up running in the streets, but not running the streets. So I had no idea that, in South Africa, man, they was over there doing things like this. And this is like a real operation. Now, it's a long video, man. It's going to be a long ride talking about it and kind of reacting to it. But it's a lot going on in this video, and I'm going to play it. And it's like a little documentary and got something to do with Vice. But it's like a the South African. That's the name of the channel that it came from. So shout out to them. But let's take a look at this, man. This is real interesting and it's crazy because it seemed like they community over there going through the same thing our community's going through, but worse. It look worse. But check it out.
The family of Simone Jasmine, better known as the Queen of the South, has rubbished claims that she was involved in murder or attempted murder. Jasmine is believed to have led a ruthless drug gang in Wentworth, Durban, which supplied heroin to townships around the city. She was laid to rest today after being shot dead last Thursday by a group of men, ENCA's Letiwe Mdluli reports. A send-off fit for a queen. Friends and family of the late Simone Jasmine gathered on Marine Drive, the Bluff, where a fancy motorcade made its way.
Now hold on. I just seen a motherfucking Range Rover super stretch. Something just passed by, and I think it's about to come back by. So I'm gonna let you watch the video. I ain't never seen no shit like that. I ain't never seen that, boy. So this lady had some money. Now I guess over there she was big, cause I ain't seen nobody die and ride through and nothing like that. Ain't nobody rode through or nothing like that. I done seen it see through. I done seen it, all of that, boy. I ain't never seen nobody rode through like that. And I don't know how many funerals they filming, but I ain't seen this Range Rover hearse thing this girl got right here.
Its way into her home for a final goodbye.
On the 30th of October 2020, Simone Jasmine was shot 6 times while
That's
seated
her.
at the back of an Uber in the township of Wentworth. Jasmine had just gotten.
We live. Y'all gotta excuse me for every mistake that I make, but because I'm live. I ain't cutting or I ain't adding nothing. But Uber dog. A Uber, man. A Uber. Queen Pen. Uber. I don't know nothing about that place out there, man. I don't know nothing about that place right there. But a Queen Pen. in an Uber. Uh-huh.
Got inside the car when a group of men carrying AK-47s ambushed her
Boy,
and shot up the
okay.
car. The driver of the Uber fled on foot for his own safety.
Ooh, I bet he did. I bet he did flee for his safety. God damn. Look at them bullet holes in there, boy. Damn, look at them bullet holes in that shit, boy. Woo, woo.
Safety when the shots rang out. However, Jasmine was shot 2 times in the chest, 3 times in her stomach, and once in her leg. One
R.I.P.
of her
Miss
killers
Jasmine.
even opened the door of the Uber and shot her at close range before the shooters fled. The driver of the Uber returned to his vehicle when the gunman ran away and rushed Jasmine to the hospital, where she would die of her gunshot wounds.
Mustard out of gold. And see what's been published in the
Call them
papers and
damn
all is
people.
not true. She wasn't involved in any murders, and and she's never ever been convicted of anything. So I don't understand why people are talking a whole lot of nonsense and posting their rubbish comments on Facebook. We're suffering over here, you know what I'm saying? Mustard, she helped a lot of people. She wasn't a bad person.
At the time of her death, Jasmine was out on bail. She was due to appear in the Durban Magistrates Court in 2 weeks, along with 5 other men. She was facing charges of murder, attempted murder, and conspiracy to commit murder. Before her death, Jasmine was a notorious gang leader. In the streets,
She racked them up. She racked up the charges. Seemed like Jasmine don't play. Seemed like Miss Jasmine don't play out there. She got a lot of charges on her. But she the boss lady, so she might just be giving orders. But man, this shit crazy.
streets of Wentworth, she was known as the leader of the cartel, one of the most violent street gangs in Durban. It is said that the cartel was formed by Jasmine in 2017.
See, shout out Device who put this up.
Distribution. The charges of murder, attempted murder, and conspiracy to commit murder came after Jasmine, along with other members of the cartel, were arrested in August 2020, 2 months before she was assassinated. 5 members of the cartel, including the mastermind of the gang, Jasmine, were arrested for a shooting which occurred on the 10th of July 2020 at Gomu Crescent in Wentworth, whereby 2 men were shot. 24-year-old Bradley Armiga, one of the 2 men who was shot, died in the hospital, while the other was hospitalized.
Boy, that boy was letting that thing go like the wild, wild west out there. That nigga ain't even had no shoes on. That nigga ain't had no shoes. That nigga in the middle of the street in South Africa with no shoes on. Running around, boy. That nigga bottom of his foot probably feel like the street. And he walking on dirt. And that boy sitting out there throwing that thing. It's crazy.
With gunshot wounds. According to the anti-gang unit in Durban, these back-to-back shootings were likely caused by an ongoing war that had escalated from a drug transaction gone wrong between the cartel and drug dealers linked to the Mlazi taxi industry.
Boy, somebody filmed that.
What went so wrong that the colored people are neglected? We're dying. Our children are dying.
Same shit going on out here, man.
But we're burying our children. Why must go on? We're SEPs to fight with us. Where are they? They get a salary every month, but nothing gets done.
The same shit going on.
Durban, and for the past
But look
6
at they
years,
shit,
the community has been living under constant terror from bloody gang wars. These gang wars are caused by a recently established, booming and lucrative heroin drug market.
Oh Lord.
About nothing else but drugs. If you look at it, every young boy who gets shot, when you look, if we as honest parents look at it, we know that that person was selling drugs. We know that that area
But bruh,
selling drugs.
all right, so here's another question for people, man. Where the fuck these people get this money from? To see how they living. And I guess it's the same thing. It's the same thing here. You ask the same question. I don't know, but I guess looking at their projects or whatever they got going on versus ours, it's a lot worse. So if we find the money, I guess we could get resources, but I guess, man, out there they got the same shit, bruh. They got resources too, bruh. Damn, boy, this shit crazy though.
This is what it is about gang related.
Yeah,
also,
she tired of
but
this shit
some of
too,
them
boy.
are not
I'm telling you.
gangsters. No, they're here to try and make a living. Some of them, honest, some of them make this living because they got families. There's no job.
The city of Durban is home to one of the largest and oldest heroin markets in South Africa. As the market has grown over the years, a unique method of processing and
Look at that
distributing
shit.
heroin has come to be widely used. Street gangs are now packaging it inside pill capsules.
They using
In the early
cows.
2000s, when the heroin market was in its infancy, it was largely sold in plastic-wrapped chalk sticks, known as Durbans. After this, heroin began to be packaged in straws,
That's how
which
we
involved
sell
a
it.
lot of manual labor to prepare.
Nah,
However,
not
as
like
of recent,
that.
pill capsules have become a more common and more profitable way to sell heroin. In March 2019, during a 50 million rand drug bust at an upmarket mansion in Durban, the Hawks had discovered an underground laboratory, which had equipment designed to manufacture thousands of heroin capsules. They discovered capsule pressing machinery along
Look
with
at all
thousands of
that
empty
dope, bruh.
capsules, with police estimating that 10,000 capsules containing heroin were being manufactured per day at this lab.
Oh my
Street gangs in
God.
Durban, for the past 7
10,000.
years now, have moved to selling cheap heroin, packed into pill capsules, using automated pharmaceutical capping machines. These machines basically fill the capsules with small grams of heroin, and they can make up to 25,000 pills an hour. According to police,
Boy, 25,000 pills an hour. 25,000 pills an hour. Look at all that dope. Now, I don't know if that's what they doing on our streets. I mean, I don't know nothing about it. Like I said, I've been around, but I ain't been around none of that. So I don't know if I don't know if these niggas, they putting that shit, man. I don't know if these people putting that shit in, like, if they doing it like that on the street, because it seems like these people done figured out a cheaper way to do it. But look at all them drugs, dog.
the empty capsules are generally imported from China and India to Durban. Both capsules and machinery are readily available to buy. 1,000 Type 4 capsules can go for 2,000 rands. The machinery required to fill the capsules with heroin, however, is said to be very expensive. It can cost about 250,000 rands, and it could be operated by one person. 1 kilogram of heroin.
Now, I don't know how much that is, but I need to look that up. 250,000 rands. I want to know how much that is to buy a machine like that, because the output that they getting out of the machine is ridiculous. And boy, these stashes that these guys got, like, I mean, I'm not saying ain't nobody in the United States doing it, of course. They doing it, but man, this is crazy for over there. I ain't know these people was over there doing that shit like that, man. Look at that shit, boy.
Heroin can make about 25,000 pill capsules, with a
Look
street
at
value
that
of up to
shit.
375,000 rands. Once inside the pill capsule, the heroin can be easily distributed to users who do not ingest the capsules, but they pull apart easily, and the drug is generally smoked or injected. These heroin-filled pill capsules, known on the street as caps, are sold for around 15 rands each, cheaper than a loaf of bread.
I'm feeling high.
They selling that shit cheaper than bread, dog. Nah, all right, that makes sense. Cause our bread in the United States, boy, you could get bread for you could find you could find a loaf for 89 cents, 99 cents. I mean, if you talking about inflation, boy, you talking about $2.60 maybe. So, man, however that is working, boy, these people, boy, they over there killing them, boy. But they selling these niggas this shit cheaper than bread. Boy, this shit crazy over there.
These heroin-filled pill capsules, known on the street as caps, are sold for around 15 rands each, cheaper than a loaf of bread.
I'm feeling high, really high. Very relaxed at this moment.
Very relaxed at this moment. And them boys ain't hollering about that fentanyl shit. Them niggas over there getting that raw. Them boys over there getting that raw with a little bit. They give it as a little bit too.
Durban is the only city in South Africa where heroin dominates the drug market, and it is all because of this new way of distributing it. Rates of addiction and murder have surged in some of the city's poorest neighborhoods, such as Wentworth, which are becoming increasingly hit by rising unemployment rates and drug addiction.
That
Gun
shit look
battles are common
crazy.
in Wentworth, with innocent
Oh
bystanders
man, that
often
nigga
prone
just
collateral
turned to the
damage.
death.
It was
Hey,
here
that
in
boy
Wentworth
just turned to it
Jasmine
and
founded
just
a
buck.
drug-selling gang called the Cartel 5 years ago in 2017. Her base for selling heroin was in Lansing Road, in a complex of tenement flats called the Barracks. To the people of the barracks and surrounding homes, where
Oh, she
poverty and
took care of that
unemployment is
spot
at an
over
all-time
there.
high, she was revered,
That shit look
respected,
better
and
than
given
all
hero
that other
status.
shit.
She was the one who would pay someone's electricity bill if they had problems. She was the one who would come with food parcels to struggling families. In the complex of the barracks, she would hire jumping castles for the children on weekends, buy school uniforms, throw parties, and have
Same
Mother's Day and
shit.
Father's Day events, fully
The
catered
same
with
shit.
biryani, snacks,
Nigga
and
do
cold
it over
drinks.
there. Same
The price
shit.
the residents of the barracks, however, had to pay was that their patch of land was the center of weekly drive-by shootings.
Our community is divided, eh?
And that's the part though that don't never change, bro. These motherfuckers come in the communities, bro, and they get all the money. They fuck it up and give some of the money back to their little kids. Cause you done turned their mama into fucking addicts and shit like that, man. And then, you know, you standing there on them people corners, y'all passing them they shit, and y'all living over there and letting the other niggas come, let the ops come through and kill up everybody over there. Now that's the shit that really ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna take a nigga money, get me high, then throw a little something back to my kids, cause you know my kids out here fucked up, and then you letting these other niggas come through and shooting this motherfucking shit up. That's crazy. But that's the life of living in in these neighborhoods, and it ain't no different from South Africa over there. And it is right here, right now. Damn, this shit crazy.
Let me be honest with you. Depends where you are, depends who knows you. That section will speak well of you, all right? If someone else, another drug dealer, or perhaps alleged drug kingpin had died, if that wherever he or she lives, that those people there would have spoken well about them also because of the work that they do in the community. They do a lot of good work in the community where they are. But truth be told, drugs are killing our community.
The Black Widow was her street name in Wentworth. This was due to Jasmine's associations with 3 drug lords from the community, all of whom were killed in the ongoing gang battle before she began trafficking drugs. Police assert that in addition to peddling drugs on Wentworth street corners, Jasmine also worked as a distributor. She was successful in opening lines of distribution to dealers in the Mlazi, Lamontville, and Kwamashu townships after founding the cartel group. She was these dealers' primary source of heroin.
Oof.
According to estimates, the cartel group made about 200,000 rands per day from drug sales, and Jasmine is believed to have invested the money on real estate and Uber cabs. Jasmine, however, had numerous issues as a result of the conflicts that frequently developed from providing drugs to a huge network of gangsters. Police claim that in 2019, following a botched drug trend,
Just like any other thing, it's over there too. There's always a motherfucker that got a problem. When it come to that money, boy, it's enough fiends for everybody. It's enough money for everybody. But it don't matter. This game, this drug game shit, it's the same. That shit the same over there, the same over here, boy. The result is the same. A bunch of bullet holes and a bunch of motherfucking insomnia. That's what it is. A bunch of fucking insomnia. A bunch of motherfuckers that can't sleep good. You got all that motherfucking money. You can make it rain. You can do whatever you want. But boy, a peace of mind. See, that's what a motherfucker gotta understand is a peace of mind, boy. A peace of mind. Cause for real, if you selling motherfucking dope, now you really trying to look for a peace of mind, you want it. You own something. You might not be on that shit. You smoking weed, you drinking, you partying, you fucking them hoes or whatever you doing to supplement whatever you doing, but boy, that shit killing you too. So you getting it both ways. But fuck, boy, if you can't get a good sleep at night, what the fuck you doing? It ain't no point in doing that. And this time and time again, boy, show you that really being them kind of people, man, it don't last. Just do enough to get what you need and go ahead. But I guess it'd be too easy to stop the shit. You know, I never tried it. But I guess these people get caught up in the lifestyle and the shit look good. But boy, that glimpse of the death part, you know, people quickly forget about it. And they only remember and they only glorify and talk about all the money, all the throwing the money, all the jury and all of that. But boy, the way these motherfuckers be dying, shit, motherfuckers need to think about that before they pick up this dope and all this other shit. But I'm gonna let this shit play out.
Transaction. There were difficulties between the cartel and drug dealers connected to the Mlazi taxi industry. A major member of an Mlazi gang connected to the taxi sector is said to have been murdered by Jasmine's crew, who then dumped his body in a field. In retaliation, members of the Mlazi gang opened fire with AK-47s inside a barracks apartment, thinking Jasmine and her crew were inside. This
See
was
what I'm
when the
saying?
recently founded SA Police
Now they on our ass.
started putting pressure on investigations on Jasmine and her cartel gang. The anti-gang unit raided the Wentworth police station in September 2020, a few months before Jasmine's murder, and there they detained warrant officer Brian James, who detectives believe has ties to the cartel gang.
Police always in it.
Yeah, but let them put handcuffs now. I would feel. I'm not taking vouchers. Freedom, they say. This is freedom.
Oh, that boy say free him. He say free him. Let him go. Let him go. Damn. They get to do it like that.
Freedom. This is freedom. This is freedom. This is freedom. This is freedom.
This happened only a few weeks after the anti-gang unit, Hawks, and crime intelligence collaborated to arrest and charge other gang members, including Jasmine. Jasmine was granted bail, but the other members of the gang were remanded in detention, despite the fact that the group was charged with murder, attempted murder, and conspiracy to commit murder. In October, she was scheduled to return to court. Jasmine's death occurred on a Thursday in the emergency room of the Durban hospital, despite the numerous safety measures she had taken over the previous few weeks, including never using her own vehicle.
Now y'all tell me I'm gonna go back and show that. I ain't seen nobody driving nothing like that. I ain't seen nobody driving nothing like that. I'm gonna show it. We live, so y'all gotta, hey man, excuse the unedit, but boy, we almost done anyway. But we go look at this. We go look at this Range Rover hearse right here, boy. We gonna look at this Range Rover hearse. Cause this Range Rover hearse is I ain't never, boy. Look, boy, we spent so much money on burying the motherfucker, boy, to like remember a person, man. It is unbelievable how much money. But look like they probably spent $1 million on this lady, man. Look at this, y'all.
Despite the numerous safety measures she had taken over the previous few weeks.
Look at that. I ain't seen it. I ain't never seen it nowhere. I ain't never seen it nowhere. And hey, I ain't saying it ain't never happened. But boy, they put a lot of money on this, boy. This is a lot. That's nice though.
Including never using her own vehicle for travel, having other people make reservations for her hailing taxi cabs, and never following a routine. She was assassinated by assassins who, according to her neighbors, had been following her for days, minutes after someone else ordered her an Uber that picked her up on Marine Drive. According to a detective who was present at the scene, the assassin shot her at least 6 times, twice in the chest, 3 times in the stomach, and once in the leg, after making a U-turn to catch up with it. 5 attempted murder, and conspiracy to commit murder. In October, she was scheduled to return to court. Jasmine's death occurred on a Thursday in the emergency room of the Durban hospital, Despite the numerous safety measures she had taken over the previous few weeks, including never using her own vehicle for travel, having other people make reservations for her hailing taxi cabs, and never following a routine. She was assassinated by assassins who, according to her neighbors, had been following her for days, minutes after someone else ordered her an Uber that picked her up on Marine Drive. According to a detective who was present at the scene, the assassin shot her at least 6 times, twice in the chest, 3 times in the stomach, and once in the leg, after making a U-turn to catch up with it. 5 shell casings and 1 hull bullet were discovered by police at the murder scene.
Only 5 shell casings? Well, they were covering that up. Only 5 shell casings. But we gonna say R.I.P. to Miss Jasmine. Drug queen pin over there in South Africa. I never even heard of it. I didn't think those people had that kind of stuff going on to that magnitude. But at the end of the day, the end results are the same, man. Condolences to the family. I don't know how big this lady is, so I'm not finna not be disrespectful or not, respect whatever's going on about this lady's life because it's gone. But you know, like and subscribe, man. I'm gonna be real creative about the content that you guys gonna get. Hit that like button, subscribe it, share it out. We live for the motherfucking living room, man. Peace.